What up, Laker fam? It's your boy DTLF back with another video. Well, there you have it. Thomas Bryant traded out of LA. I was upset initially, but upon reading more about it, it makes sense. Thomas Bryant requested the trade. He wasn't getting the minutes he was promised earlier in the season when he signed with us, and he signed for a veterans minimum, thinking he would get more minutes. Honestly, defensively, he was getting cooked. All right, that's a fact. But I think he was misutilized because he should have been played alongside Anthony Davis, man, alongside Anthony Davis. So that never happened. And unfortunately, like I said, they used him as a primary defender by himself out in an island with a bunch of small guards. Of course, he's going to get cooked. There's no backup, there's no anchor, there's nothing. There's just him, and he is undersized by himself. We did get 3 second-round picks and Devon Reed, but this one does sting me a little bit because I like he's one of my favorite players on the Lakers. He was still young, and when utilized properly, he could have been tremendous. Like we never got to see justice served. We should have seen Anthony Davis and TB out there together. Oh well, it is what it is. He wasn't going to get the PT, if we're being honest, and he requested a trade himself. So, um, it's normal. If somebody comes and takes a pay cut to what they're worth, right, and then they don't get playing time, even though they've proven they deserve playing time, you're gonna ask for a trade. That's on Darvin Ham to me. I'm more so upset with Darvin Ham in the front office. Other than that, um, it's one of those things where it hurts, but Rob actually maximized it by landing 3 second-round picks, right, for a veteran minimum deal. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. I wish him the best, man. He went to a great team. He's on the Denver Nuggets, so hopefully they know how to utilize him properly. Because the dude is a beast offensively. Now, defensively, he needs some work. He's obviously undersized, right? He's obviously undersized. And if you leave him out there on an island versus legit 7 footers, it's common sense he's going to get cooked, right? It's not for lack of effort. We get Devon Reed. I don't expect him to get more playing time. There's a rumor that the Lakers are looking for a better backup big, right? A more legit 7 footer. So that would make even more sense if that happens. We also have 3 second-round picks. Let's see if Rob Pelinka can cook and get us something else. But again, this one stings me personally because I love Thomas Bryant in his time here. I just wish he would have been utilized better. Alex says, obviously, just a trade to make an even bigger trade. Can't wait to see who we get. Me too, man. Me too. Look, Rob Pelinka in the front office earned my trust, so I trust him even in this trade. I'm not going to bitch about it, even though he's one of my favorite players, because I understood that he wanted out. So, see, when you want out from my favorite team, then all of a sudden it makes it a lot easier for me to get over you. But I like Thomas, and I wish him the best, man. One of those things we had to do. Him being unhappy here in LA, that's on coach and the coaching staff. I don't know what they promised him. I'm sure they probably, in order to land him in free agency, they probably promised him a ton of minutes. And so when you're averaging 15 minutes a game and you're playing good offensively, you're going to get frustrated, right? What does it mean now, the Pacers trade or 3-team deal? I'm not sure what it means for the Lakers, but they could, go out and try to land a Mo Bamba maybe for these 3 second-round picks, maybe attach one of our own or stuff like that. The trade deadline is real, guys. A bunch of trades are going off right now. We just saw Jay Crowder go for 5 second-round picks to the Bucks, so that was a major piece actually, and so on and so forth. So that's not bad. Look, considering all things, Rob Pelinka was able to get 3 second-round picks for a player that probably was not going to re-sign here if he was unhappy with his playing time and his role. Got to remember, Dan, most we could have give Thomas in the offseason would have been the minimum. We got something for nothing. Great trade, Rob. That's true. Like I said, I don't think he would have re-signed at all. And so for those reasons, I'm not mad at this trade, man. Especially if we can get assets to move for another piece. That's great. He said Reed is a sneaky good pickup. We'll see. Because according to Woj, this was to open up minutes for Vanderbilt and for the new acquisition. So it makes more sense in that sense. But yeah, I mean, we could definitely use another big, man, for sure. For those of you asking what happened, Thomas Bryant got traded for Devon Reed to the Denver Nuggets. And we also got 3 second-round picks. So that's not too bad. But, man, it does hurt because I really like this guy, man. I really like this guy a lot. And Matisse Thybulle, if you guys want another Woj bomb, Matisse Thybulle just got traded to the Portland Trailblazers. So, yep. Man. Yeah, but it hurt because I like the way Thomas Bryant would rim run, the way he played with a lot of passion. And like I said, if they would have utilized him properly alongside Anthony Davis, I think it would have been a much better look, and he wouldn't have got so exposed for his lack of size playing alongside a legit 7 footer. But again, this coach has shown. Oh, the camera went out. This coach has shown a lack for of ability to use all his tools at his disposal. I think that has been such a big. Um, I don't know why the camera went out, guys. My bad. But y'all can still hear my voice, right? So we good. Um, that has been such a big disadvantage from Coach Ham is that he's not able to um, utilize all of his tools at once, right? So yeah, it's disappointing, man. It's disappointing. But I'll say this: Thomas Bryant definitely could work on his individual defense because man, when he was starting, clearly he was getting cooked defensively. So that would be my only complaint from his time here. But other than that, man, I love the young man, respect his passion, and everything he brought here to this team, right? So overall, man, sad to see my guy TB go, but I understand it, um, especially because he asked to be traded, right? So that makes a little more sense now. I can't be mad at the front office when a player wants out and they respect his decision, right? Um, yeah, Tybo to the Blazers. It looks like the Sixers are getting Jalen McDaniels in a deal. So 3-way trade between the Sixers and Charlotte and the Trailblazers. So yeah, interesting, man. These Woj bombs are going crazy. We need another big man now. I agree, bro. I agree. I agree. We need another big. Um, it's interesting how yeah, how small we are, really. But man, I mean, what can we say, y'all? What can we say? One of those things that this season is the gift that keeps on giving. So unexpected. I never expected Kevin Durant to be a Sun. I never expected D'Angelo to be a Laker again, and I never expected Thomas Bryant to be traded for 3 second-round picks. So, gotta love the trade deadline. It's the gift that keeps on giving. Surprises left and right, and yeah, just giving you guys a quick update. If you guys have any questions, I got y'all, man. Is the Indiana Pacers deal back on the table? That'll be interesting. We get Miles Turner. I'd be really happy. It would all be worth it, man. It would all be worth it. But it's nice to see the Lakers are active and getting things done, right? They're just trying to be competitive. He said DeRozan and Vucevic coming. Imagine that. Nah, but that would take Anthony Davis, man. And honestly, I want to see one last run from AD and LeBron. We'll see what happens. He said, "Great trade, Rob. Bigger trade coming." If this is a precursor to the bigger trade at the deadline, it's gonna feel so good. Where's the camp? I don't know. I just went out for some reason. The program that I use, StreamYard, has been failing lately. But at least you guys can still hear me, right? That's what's most important, man. The ability for you guys to hear me. And again, I'm coming back with the trade deadline. I'll fix it by then. No worries. I'll see you guys again, my friends. He said, "I want Buddy Hield." Jay Huff, call up would be very low key underrated right now. He said, "Just for kicks, Dan, would you trade AD for Zach LaVine and Nikolai Vucevic package? Would that work out?" Ooh, that one's intriguing. Hold up. What do you guys think about that potentially? Would you guys do that one? Interesting. I mean, that would be there it is. We got the cam back. All right. You know what? I would Zach LaVine and Vucevic. That's tough, man. Look, I say for AD, we should give it one last run, bro. Especially with the new roster we got. Let's give it a shot, see what happens. I like Vando a lot. He's obviously going to get a lot of minutes now that Thomas Bryant is gone. Same thing with Wenyen Gabriel. We still could use a legit 7-footer. But I want to give one last run with AD at least, man. See if he could stay semi-healthy, and then we can make the postseason. If not, then we'll figure it out. You know what I mean? We will figure it out. Do we get draft compensation? Yes. In this trade, we got 3 second-round picks. So Rob Pelinka is doing work. Shout out to him. Listen, Thomas Bryant is definitely worth 3 second-round picks. Heck, you might have argued that he might be worth a lottery protected first-round pick with how good he can play. He's still young. He still has a ton of talent. He's going to be a terror. If they use him properly in Denver, he's going to be a terror. So Denver Nuggets got a good one right there. But he wasn't getting no PT here. And, Darvin Ham, he's different, man. Darvin Ham's a different type of coach. He don't like to use Twin Towers, I guess. But yeah, it was a shocker. Not going to lie. Not going to lie at all. And also, you have to wonder, though. You have to wonder because, remember, Thomas Bryant played with Russell Westbrook. You have to wonder if this has anything to do with that. Like, I told you guys the locker room was fractured, right? Remember when I said that? And so when Russell Westbrook got traded, maybe Thomas Bryant was like, nah, that's my guy, man. You know what? I'm not getting PT. My guy just got traded. I'm out of here. Could be a multitude of things, but the rumor has it he asked to be traded. So asking, you shall receive, my friend. Wish you the best, though. Let's see what else the Lakers do, because there could be a lot on the table, man. A lot. This could be a precursor to a subsequent trade. That would be nice. We do need a 7-footer, a legit one, man. I'm begging for one because I like the trade pieces we got. Vanderbilt switch multiple positions. He's 6'9" with a 7'1" wingspan. He could shoot the three. He's very quick and has good defensive instincts on the perimeter as well. But when we play bigger teams, last thing I want to see him is coming off the bench playing some 5, right? That's the last thing I want to see. He said, this is a bridge move. He said, they are going to go after Michael Bridges, then sign Boogie. They are using this move to go after Miles Turner. This was a setup trade with Pat Bev and Walker leaving in both situations. I could see those guys being traded, especially if they're not thinking of re-signing them in the offseason. I could see that as well. I mean, think about it. It would be really intelligent. And thanks for Super Chat, bro. Appreciate you. It would be really intelligent, right? If the Lakers move all the pieces for picks and assets that they're not bringing back in the summer, right? It would be intelligent, but at the same time, you have to keep enough depth to compete, right? So if you trade those pieces, you want to bring back pieces you can use now. Michael Bridges is not an option for me, though, because he's for the Nets, and the Nets ain't even really trying to deal in good faith with us. So there's no point of even making that call. My boy Will Peterson says Nick Clayton and Royce O'Neal for Pat and Lonnie. You mean Nick Claxton? It would be nice, but again, same thing, brother. Same thing. William Scott said Vando was going to take Thomas's minutes. He's a rim protector. And it's not like Thomas Bryant already got a lot of minutes. When AD came back, his minutes devalued, my friend. But you're right. I understand it. Look, emotionally, it sucks because I like Thomas Bryant and I wanted him to be part of our future. But if he's not going to be utilized and he's not happy, then they did the best they could do by bringing back, 3 second-round picks. You guys know I love players, but I'm not a player fan. Lakers strictly. So as long as we're making moves for the Lakers moving forward, as much as I like a player, I always got to wish them the best and move forward and look forward to our bright future. Noel and Bogey, those seconds going to Detroit. Oh, man, that would be great. If we do that one, man. If we do that one, we're primed and ready to compete. We get Bogdanovich and Nerlens Noel. That's it. That's it. That's all we need, man. That's it. Those are the final pieces to make a deep run. Yes, even with the Suns in the West. Think about it. I was thinking about it last night. Look at the matchups potentially. Let's say the Lakers make a run and we make it into the postseason. We face off versus the Suns in the first round. I like the matchup. Anthony Davis versus DeAndre Ayton. I'm taking AD if he's healthy. Right? He'll cook DeAndre Ayton if he's healthy. The only reason DeAndre got the best of him last time was because he wasn't healthy when they faced off, right? So I'm taking that matchup. I'm taking AD. LeBron versus whoever you want to throw. KD. I'm taking LeBron. Okay. Devin Booker versus our shooting guard. Of course, Devin Booker. And then the role players will mix up accordingly, right? But we'll match up pretty well if we can get to the postseason. That's all I'm saying. Now, if we get Bogdanovich and Nerlens Noel, I really like our chances now, right? Versus anybody. Because now the depth is at an all-time great. Now you got the shooter. Now you got the rim protector that we've been needing with all the other role players we just acquired. My God, man, they better pray for mercy when we come through because that would be the squad right there. That would definitely be the squad. He said Kevin Love may wind up on a buyout market. He'd be nice, but he also doesn't play defense, but he'd be nice. I like him. He said this is the kind of a bad trade, in my opinion. Outside of second round picks, they need to call up Boogie or Dwight. If they don't, anything else by the end of today, I would not mind. Also, we should kick the tires on JaVale McGee because I heard he was being dangled by the Dallas Mavericks. So maybe they're interested in something. Maybe some second round picks heading that way. Um, I would say it was a bad trade if Thomas Bryant was getting a lot of minutes and he was starting with AD, but he's not going to get minutes. So if you're just going to sit him out there, man, might as well trade him. Plus, he requested the trade, so I'm okay with it. That makes me okay with it. When a player's no longer happy here and doesn't want to be a Laker, then we don't want him to be a Laker no more. And we can blame the coach in the front office for it, whoever you want to blame. But at the end of the day, let's be honest. Thomas Bryant, amazing, phenomenal talent offensively. His hustle and energy, second to none. But he is undersized for a big. Anytime we went up against legit 7-footers, he would get cooked, man. And that's the problem. We need a legit 7-footer. We still don't have one on the roster right now. That's why a lot of Laker fans are still expecting for another trade, right? We're still looking for a Mo Bamba type deal. Some people say Miles Turner. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it sucks. Again, I would have loved it. Would have loved it. I would have really loved it if Coach would have played. At least let us see what AD and Thomas Bryant look like. At least, right? Even LeBron at one point said, that would be fun when AD comes back. But why he requested trade? Because Coach wasn't giving him enough PT. Remember, when free agents sign here, you promise them things. But it's almost like politicians. Sometimes coaches don't deliver. And let's be honest, Darvin Ham hasn't delivered on a lot of things. He said facts over feelings. It's been all feelings over facts so far. He probably, Coach probably spoke with Thomas and said, you're going to probably start at some point alongside AD. That never happened. So, of course, he's going to be upset because he's on a contract deal. He wants to make bank. So you trade him somewhere where hopefully they play him more. And, he hopefully he gets his contract. He deserves it, man. Dan, are the Suns the best team now? On paper, yes, because they got a super team. Let me think. Are they the only team in the West that has a super team? I believe so. So, yeah, by default, they are, man. They are. You say, yo, Dan, what are you hearing on an AD trade? I wouldn't put too much stock on anything AD related. I would be shocked. Well, look, in this trade deadline, anything's possible. We saw what happened with KD. Not a single rumor about him being traded happened, and then boom. So I wouldn't put it past anybody, right? But if I'm the Lakers, I'm holding on to AD at least for one more run. And then if you want to trade him, you look to trade him in the offseason where you look for maximum value and not in a rush situation where you get scammed like the Nets did. Because let's be honest, the Nets got scammed for Kevin Durant. All right. They didn't get a franchise-changing player. All they got was a bunch of picks that who knows what the value of those picks will be. Because the Suns have Kevin Durant for the next 4 years on the contract. Right? So the value of those picks might not even be that high. If they would have traded him in the summer, they probably would have got 10 first-round picks and some sort of a cornerstone type player. But clearly there's agendas here. And clearly there's motives for this stuff to happen. But look, bottom line is Laker Nation, let's see what happens. I do like the trades that happened yesterday for our Lakers. And like I said, this Thomas Bryant move clearly has to open up some minutes for Vanderbilt. Was going to get a lot of PT. Looks like this coach prefers wings who can switch multiple positions over bigs who can just guard one or two. And that's why AD is by default our designated big man, right? So it is what it is. Personally, me, I would have started TB all season long with AD at the 4, but hey, I'm not the coach. I'm just a diehard Laker fan. How many hours before the deadline? Let's see. We got about 2 hours and 9 minutes. So I do want to make a quick video. I won't be on here too long. I'll probably stop at the 20-minute mark or so. But I will be back. 30 minutes, an hour to 30 minutes before the deadline, just to see if anything else happens, to break it all down, guys. So I look forward to that. Any questions before I get off? Go ahead and shoot them now. He said Reed shoots 38 from 3. Yeah, look, I'm not familiar with his game like that. If he gets PT and he ends up being impactful, great. If he doesn't, then we got 3 second-round picks out of it. So either way, we got our dub in the trade, right? Still need a big. Vando is more of a power forward. I agree. We could use another big for sure. But again, I wish Thomas Bryant the best, man. He's one of my favorite younger players in this league because he plays with a lot of passion. You know, he's fun to watch. He works extremely hard. So I wish him the best. And I was kind of low key looking forward to D'Angelo Russell and him reuniting because people forget they got drafted together to the Lakers, right? So that never got to happen. But hey, it is what it is, man. God has a plan for everybody. Yeah, Crowder is a buck, and all it took was 5 second-round picks. So this is how you know picks are so valuable, man. Because look, we acquired 3 more, so maybe we can move some of those, and we'll see. Dan, what centers do you want? Mo Bamba. I wouldn't mind JaVale McGee. I'll take back Dwight Howard. Shoot, that's how desperate I am. Somebody said Boogie for offensive purposes. Sure, defensively, not really. So I prefer defensive bigs. Anybody who can rim protect. Nerlens Noel would be nice. You know, I mean, there's options out there, guys. There's options. Should we go for JaVale McGee? Yes, I believe I just answered that one. JaVale would be one of them, especially if Dallas isn't asking for much. Maybe a second-round pick or two might get that done. But a legit 7-footer who could at least intimidate in the paint, even if he gives you 15 to 20 minutes, it'll help, right? It is what it is. All right, y'all. It's going to wrap it up for me. I don't want to make it too long because just updating you guys on this stuff, man, just breaking the news. Y'all know what I do, man. But I will see you guys here for the trade deadline special. Like I said, I might go an hour early. I might go 30 minutes early. But you guys will see the notifications, so make sure you turn on that post noti. Moves are happening, man. I'm all about that action, boss. So Woj, Shambomb's dropping here live on the stream. And final comment I'm reading, he said, Dan, Bryant was allowing 69% shooting. Not good. Yes, but you also have to factor in the way he was being used. You can't leave a 6'8" center out on an island. We should have played him alongside AD. They would have helped each other out. Weak side defense and whatnot. But it is what it is. That ship has sailed. I'm no longer going to linger on that. Just looking forward to the good stuff, the new acquisitions, and all that good stuff. Whoa, Super Chats don't want to let me go. Got another one right here. Appreciate you. Hey, Dan, should the Lakers make a trade for Mikal Bridges? You know what? We should if he was available. However, the Nets are playing games. You know, they're playing hide and seek. So, yeah, unfortunately, I don't think that's going to happen, you know, unfortunately. But he would have been a great acquisition, of course. He's a good 3-and-D guy. He's the ultimate definition of a 3-and-D guy. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys here in about an hour and a half or so. All right? Peace.